Are you looking for the next craft beer to try? Well, maybe Vault of Heaven from Batch Brewing Company is the one for you. Welcome back, everybody. So today we have another Batch Brewing Company beer. This is called Vault of Heaven. On the back, it does say this is a New England style IPA. Beer makes me happy. Alcohol is 7%. They have a little back that does give you a lot of information. And again, just like on the other one we tried, perceived bitterness, 42.1 IBUs. Color is 4.6 SRM. Body is juicy. 42, I guess that's okay. Usually New England IPAs are around 30-ish. So I do believe this one is kind of on the high side. Cost for this was $3.59. I did pick this up at Hoffman Street Grocery in Three Rivers. Batch Brewing Company is in Detroit, Michigan. We'll spin it around a couple times and see how well that does. Hopefully it doesn't launch on us. Go ahead and get it into the glass. So far, this is my second beer from Batch Brewing. They do not put the date on the can. I would say that's the only thing I wish they would, so we know how fresh it is. I know Hoffman Street just got this in the other day, but I don't know how long it's been out. Small and medium bubbles, a lot more medium bubbles than small. About a half a finger of head. Bubbles on the side are spread apart like bubble wrap. Color is a golden color, lots of yeast and protein floating in there, but I can see through it. For me, this is not a New England IPA by sight, as it should be very cloudy, but I think the guidelines do say light to full, and with all that protein yeast in there, I guess you could say that's on the lighter side, but I can see through it. So just my 2 cents. So technically it's got against it. IBUs are a little high to me. I think they should be down around 30. And the color is not hazy. Let's go ahead and get a smell. Head has died down already. Lots of juice, pineapple, mango. Pineapple is what I really pull out of there, like a sweet pineapple tropical smell. If anything, I am getting some bitterness out of there, but that's probably what you would expect. I would expect from a 42 IBU beer that's supposed to be a New England. I think you would get a little bit more of that bitterness smell off of that, because they are probably using more hops in the boil than in a normal New England IPA. Let's go ahead and get a taste. Very, very juicy. The first thing that comes to my mind is those peach candy rings, but it's like peach skin. Then it goes through all of, those tropical, but they're all muddled. Like, to me, even on my lips, it's like peach, sweet peach skin, if that makes any sense. Yeah, there is some bitterness in there. Some yeast. Now, on well-made IPAs, even M43, I get some, it's like a yeast. I don't know if it's like how big that juicy tropical note in the taste is, mixed with like maybe some bitterness and citrus that puts off that yeast. But I get it in this, but it's in like the middle of the palate. So I get that sweet peach ring, but it's more peaches. It is sweet, but that more of a dominant peach flavor. Then it goes totally juicy, and then I get some of that yeast quality. Yeah, very smooth, goes down. Aftertaste is a generic fruit, maybe pineapple sticks out a little bit in there, but yeah, very, very well done. What did I say? For 7%, doesn't drink like it. You could probably crush this all day long. Um, I didn't read the back of this one like I did the other one. So in this one, Azaka Simcoe Mosaic Idaho 7 fresh hop aroma with notes of pineapple, mango, papaya. Maybe it's papaya. I get more peach, but I guess kind of it could come off as papaya. Pine. Now usually you don't get pine, and now that I look at this and it says lactose, I bet you that yeast quality is that lactose. It's it's like I was saying, it's like a sweet peach ring. It's not vanilla, so I don't think they used a lot of it, or they might have put it in secondary. But I do think now reading that, that's pretty much why I don't read the back of cans until I'm done. But yeah, it does come off like a sweet peach ring, and then you get all those tropical fruits. But yeah, that lactose might be mixing with all that to produce kind of that yeast quality. And the only reason I know that is if you let a beer sit on yeast, that's kind of what you get. It's not as harsh, but it's got the same taste in this as I get if I let, say, an IPA sit on a yeast cake for, say, a month or something. This would this would be a good one to do a mystery beer on. It almost seems to me, and I'm trying to think what I did on, I think on my milkshake IPA that I made, I added the lactose at the end of the boil, way at the end. And that it has that kind of taste as this does. So maybe they did use the lactose at the end of the boil. Sorry, I'm all over the place on this one. Where in the craft a brew one, you put it in with the dry malt extract and you boiled it for 20 minutes, where mine was at the end like 5 minutes. Um, so yeah, that is lactose. It's not yeast, it is the lactose. And see, now it's like throughout the whole entire thing. But I'm still going to go with, yeah, at the very front and even my lips, it's more of a sweet peach. Then it goes back into all those tropical fruits in there. And then that lactose sweetness does kick in, a little bit of bitterness. Aftertaste is more of a sweet tropical fruit in my eyes. Yeah, very good crushable beer. Uh, I would probably have to go with a 4.25 out of 5. I think I do. And again, it's just like everybody's palate's different. For me, 4.25, I am going to ding it. I do want it hazy. I want it a lot more hazier than it is. I know that's nitpicking. Also, in the taste, I don't want as much lactose in my New England IPAs. If this was a milkshake IPA, I would probably go 4.75 out of 5 on this one. But because it's a New England IPA, I don't think that lactose should be as pronounced as it is in this beer. I think New England IPA is more juicy, or if you go all the way to the other side, more citrus. And I think it like stops that tropical fruit taste with all that lactose that's in the middle to the end of the palate. And I think I would rather it be called a milkshake IPA with the lactose that I'm getting in this one. So yeah, 4.25 out of 5. Let's check on Untappd real quick. 4 of my friends have rated this, average 4.38 out of 5. 135 people have rated this, average 3.98 out of 5. Jim did say he's really digging this. Tropical sweet balances out the nice hops. 4 out of 5. I don't think this said grapefruit. Yeah, the back of the can doesn't say grapefruit, but on Untappd it does say a whole different thing. Citrus, pine needles, apricot, mango, and grapefruit pith. Hazy, which this is not hazy. And looking at the pictures just real quick, it does not look hazy. And I think those are the... And Greg said delicious. So, yeah, definitely a beer. If you're into New England IPAs, even milkshake IPAs, definitely one to pick up and just see what that flavor is of that lactose. See if you pick that up where you get that tropical fruit peach up front, and then as you move to the middle of the palate, that lactose takes over. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Help support us by picking up a shirt on 31st Brewing. And until next time, happy brewing.